Hey y'all, it's Sierra, aka Capricorn Moon Goddess, back with another video for you all. This is a fragrance oil review for Little Bee Scents. We're going to be going over about 6 different fragrances from them. If you are interested in seeing reviews for their other fragrances, please check out my other videos on Little Bee Scents. At this point, I have so many videos on them. I just need to make it a playlist so people can just go through the whole playlist. And then I did recently insert a fragrance oil review for them in the middle of a candle vlog video that I was making. So if you haven't seen those fragrances, I will put a link to that video either in the description box, on the screen somewhere, or in the comment section so you can watch that. And there is a timestamp within that video to take you directly to the fragrance oil review, so you don't have to watch the candle blog part if you don't want to. Because yeah, I would mention those scents in this video, but it would be too long. So let's go ahead and get started. I'm gonna start with Forest Floor. I'll tell you what my impression is out of the bottle on a scent strip. I put these on the scent strip overnight, so that way I can tell you what the dry down smells like, what it smells like the next day, basically. So out of the bottle, Forest Floor, let me go to their website so when I can, after I smell it out the bottle, I can look at the fragrance notes. Ooh, my computer's about to die. Better hurry up. Okay. So out of the bottle, I smell soil. I smell something green, like maybe some kind of tree or leaves. I smell a little bit of floral. What stands out the most to me is the soil and the green. But I really get a lot of the soil, so I wonder what this would smell like in a candle. Will the soil stick out more? It smells different than their Mother Earth scent, but you can tell there's soil in here and there's some kind of green. It smells like maybe spruce or fir. And a small hint of grass. Also, there's a little bit of patchouli. Okay, yeah, so it's like woodsy. So you get soil, you get green, you get earthy, you get woodsy. So Forest Floor is very accurate for this, okay? Because you find all of that in the forest, but the floor part would be the soil. So let's see what the scent strip smells like. So when it dries down, more of the patchouli comes through, but that is to be expected because patchouli can be a base note. So with the dry down, that is basically what it smells like after the other lighter notes evaporate off, which the dry down really doesn't matter as much when you're making candles. But if you're making like perfume or like room sprays and stuff, then the dry down would matter more because it's basically what it's going to smell like as it continues to linger in the air. The scent will change basically. So you get more of the patchouli, the sandalwood, a little bit of the green and the earthiness. So I like it. Let's see what their fragrance notes say. So it says, let me put on my reading voice. A walk through the forest, musky sweetness. Oh yeah, it does have a little bit of sweetness in there. I forgot to say that, but to me the sweetness is coming from like the woodsy part. So musky sweetness gives way to wet leaves and crisp air. So good for the soul. This fragrance will take you there without having to actually go on a hike. Top notes: moss, eucalyptus. I don't really smell too much eucalyptus, but eucalyptus, you wouldn't smell that with all those other fragrances in there. It would definitely be it would get lost in the other fragrances, but it probably does help to create the overall fragrance. Sandalwood, amber. Okay, yeah, I can smell a little bit of amber now that they say that. Especially with the dry down, you can smell the amber a little bit more. But I would not have been able to pick it up if I didn't read that, but I have their amber scent. I feel like whoever they get their scents from, I wonder if it's the same manufacturer, because I can smell their other fragrances that they have in like the mixture type fragrances, like their single note fragrances. I can smell them in their more complex fragrance. And their single notes fragrances are so different from other companies that it seems like maybe the manufacturer they get the single note fragrances from also make some of their more complex fragrances, because their amber smells different than other people's amber. And now that I read the amber fragrance note, I can smell Little B Scents amber in this too. Anyway, I be getting distracted, y'all. Okay. Sandalwood, amber, fir needles, patchouli, musk, and earthy. So you can smell all of those in here. You may not be able to pick up the eucalyptus, but you can tell it definitely does help to create the overall scent. Sorry, y'all. I'm over here organizing my scent strips. Okay, so Forest Floor, I really like that one. So, it just depends on, I'm pretty sure it'll do well in a candle. I already have a lot of pine scents and foresty scents, so I don't know if I need it. But I will say this is different than a lot of other foresty pine scent. This does a really good job of blending all those scents that people love, all those green scents and woody scents that people love. It does a good job of blending them together, so it wouldn't hurt to have this in your line. Okay, next let's do grapefruit pine. And I was like, grapefruit and pine? I don't know. But then I was like, citrus does kind of go well in with pine scents. And when you smell pine and fir and all of that, like Siberian fir or white fir, to me, that kind of fir smells like, or is it silver fir? It's either silver fir or white fir, which is also called Siberian fir. It has like a citrus, a orange citrus type note in that one. So I was like, well, this probably would make sense. So grapefruit pine, and apparently grapefruit pine is a type of pine. So I was thinking it's two different, like grapefruit mixed with pine, but apparently there's such a thing as a grapefruit pine. Okay, so let's see what it smells like. Out of the bottle, this reminds me of Pure Seduction by Victoria's Secret. I can smell the grapefruit and I can smell the pine, but the citrus does stand out more. I really do like this one. You can smell both of them, but the citrus stands out more. It's very tart. Again, to me, this reminds me of Pure Seduction by Victoria's Secret. Now, if they were side by side with each other, I don't know if they would smell exactly alike. You know how you see somebody that looks like somebody else, but then when they get next to each other, you're like, oh, y'all don't look as much alike as I thought. But that is what comes to my mind when I smell this. And I did make a candle out of this one. I didn't use the candle yet, but I noticed I could smell the pine a little bit more when I was stirring my wax. But this is a really nice scent. I feel like it would be a nice seller. It's different. It's uplifting. If you're having a bad day, this will be a good scent to use. Let's see what it smells like on the scent strip after drying for overnight. Yeah, I'm still kind of getting Pure Seduction from this. To me, that's what it smells like. That scent from Victoria's Secret, which I like that scent. So I think that's interesting. This one might be more have more scent retention though, because Little Bee Scents tends to have good scent retention. Let's see what the fragrance notes are. And hopefully my computer doesn't die. Oh my god, I keep clicking on a different window by accident. Let me just exit out of this because you are in my way. Okay, so ever hear of a grapefruit pine? That's what it says. Surprising. It's a surprising mix of citrus and evergreen tones. This one will surprise you. An unusual pine that has become one of our best sellers. So apparently there's a grapefruit pine. Like that's the actual thing, I guess. So top notes: grapefruit, orange, lime, plum. Do I get that? I get orange and grapefruit for sure. Not so much plum. Gardenia, leafy greens, pine needle, and patchouli. I can kind of see the leafy greens, but grapefruit stands out the most. And then the pine. That's what stands out the most to me. But grapefruit is more prominent than the pine. So I like it. I feel like it would be a good seller. I feel like it would smell really nice in a burning candle. It has nice reviews. So let's move on to Tart Lemon. And I really love lemon scents, but the issue with lemon scents as far as candle making is that lemon can smell like fuel when you are burning it. Now, if you're putting it in a wax melt, that's different because there's no flame, so it's not like a fire that is actually burning it down, so you don't get the fuel scent. I learned that the hard way when I was using a raspberry lemonade scent that I love to use in wax melts, and I made a candle out of it, and it was like, oh my god, why does it smell so different? It smells bad. That's when I did more research and I learned lemon can smell like fuel when burned. So I'm always iffy about buying lemon scents because of that. Or I will limit myself to using wax melts with the scent. But I went ahead and got this one. So this definitely smells like lemon. It doesn't smell as clean as some of my other scents. Like, it does say tart lemon, but if you're looking for like sour lemon or bright lemon that you can clean with, this isn't necessarily a clean lemon type of scent because I do smell some sweetness in here or some vanilla, kind of like a lemon starburst to me. That's what this smells like. Not in a overly fake way like some other lemon scent smell, but it does remind me of lemon starburst. My sister just asked me for a lemon vanilla scent yesterday, so maybe this will do for her. I'll have to check. She was like, can you make lemon and mix vanilla in it? I was like, but I have like lemon pound cake, I have lemon curd, I have a lot of lemon bar. Why you can't just use one of those? Why I gotta make a whole new scent for you? So maybe she'll like this one, because I do smell a nice amount of vanilla in it. I have a feeling she probably would want more vanilla in hers. Let me see, what does it smell like? Oh, I don't have it on the scent strip because I mixed it in here, which I'll talk about this in a minute. Okay, so, oh, by the way, I did use this. I made a candle last night. And I started burning the candle last night because y'all know I don't wait for stuff to cure. I'm going to use it the same day. And I am happy to report there is no fuel smell. So you can use this in a candle without having to worry about it smelling like fuel. Okay. And it has a really nice fragrance throw. Let's see what their description says. It says tart sweet lemon that is great alone or as a mixer. This isn't your simple lemon. It has yummy depth to it. Top notes, lemon, lime, orange. Middle notes, lily, orange blossom, gardenia. Bottom notes, crystallized sugar, vanilla. To me, the lemon, the sugar, and the vanilla stand out the most. I don't really smell a lot of those other fragrances or fragrance notes. But again, I'm sure they contribute to the overall smell. So this is nice. I would buy this again. You can use this alone. I also use this in the yin yang jars. I just got the ones where you have 2 scents in one. If I can remember, I'll put a picture on the screen. And I had this on one side of the jar and Woodland Fern from Little Bee Scents on the other side of the jar. And they smell nice together. So this would be a good mixer. I do like lemons that are more on the citrus side and don't have that vanilla in there, but it's not too much vanilla, so I could live with this. But if you're wanting like a clean type of lemon, this isn't really that. Okay, so let's move on to Yerba Santa. I didn't know what this smelled like. I know that it is used in different spiritual practices, or it's used to smudge. So I haven't smelled the real thing, so I can't tell you if it smells authentic or not. I wasn't sure if I liked this one or not when I smelled it yesterday, so let's see. Oh dang, I got the lemon on my hands, so it's hard to smell it. I don't really know how to describe this. There is some woodsy, it's like a woodsy soil smell, kind of like how their oak moss smell, not oak moss, their oud. If you have smelled oud from Little Bee Scents, it smells like that is in here. So there is a earthy scent to it. I also smell like a hint of mint kinda, and some kind of sweetness in here. So I don't, and also there's a little bit of musk as well. So like floral, musk, moss, earthy. I can't really describe. It's hard to describe this one. I would have to put this in a candle, which I haven't done yet, to really tell y'all. And I don't know what it actually smells like. I get a hint of like kind of like a tea a little bit. So this is one of those scents where to me it's not about does it smell good or bad. It's about does it smell like the actual herb. So I do need to go find that herb and smell it, because if you are using this scent for smudge candles, that is what matters. Does it smell like the herb? And not necessarily do I like the scent, okay? Because when you're using smudge candles, it's not about necessarily if you like the scent. It's about what the scent represents. So not bad. Not bad. You would just have to market this one that way. Let me see on the scent strip. I don't know. I really will have to come back and tell y'all how I feel about that one in a future video. Let's read the notes. So it says Spanish missionaries named this shrub holy weed because of its healing properties. It is used in smudge sticks and incense. I can certainly see why, because it's a beautiful fragrance oil. If you wish to have a smokier smudge element, mix it with HE double hockey sticks, which is their other scent. So the top notes: fresh, ozonic, green. I don't really get ozonic or green, to be honest. I was hoping this smelled more green than it does, but I don't really smell green in this. Did I get this all over the bottle or something? Why are my hands all oily? That's what I wanted to say, which I forgot. This doesn't smell as green as I thought it was. So sandalwood, mid floral, herbal, moss, musk, evergreen, amber. You see how the notes are really highlighting green? It says green, moss, evergreen. I don't smell a whole lot of greenness in this. I do smell the floral, and I do smell earthy. I don't really smell green. So I think that's why I was a little disappointed. But again, if it smells like the actual herb, then I won't be disappointed because that's what it's supposed to smell like. I just didn't know what this herb smelled like. Okay, let's move to, we got 2 more. So we're going to do clean basil next. And I really would like for somebody to actually create a basil fragrance oil that actually smells like basil. Because right now I'm using essential oil because the ones I've smelled so far, they're okay, but not quite it. All right. So this is not an authentic basil if that's what you're looking for. They do tell you that on their website. But let's see. I can't believe I got that lemon all over my hands. Immediately when I smell this, it reminds me of their celery scent. I smell celery. That's what I smell. I smell celery. I should go get their celery scent and compare the two and see if they smell the exact same. It reminds me of their celery scent. I don't really smell basil. I think they said there's green apple in this on the fragrance notes on their website. I don't smell green apple. I was expecting this to smell more like green apple than celery. There's a little bit of citrus. It's not bad. Their celery scent smells good. But it's not what I was expecting. So I feel like if you have their celery, you need to choose between this one or celery. Like, you don't need to have both of them. And I would go get it to smell them side by side, but I don't got time for all that. Okay, so it says a scent that feels clean and crisp. And those of you that know scents, you know it's possible to feel one. This is not an authentic basil. It's unlike our other herbs that are more authentic. Imagine doing dishes with the most fabulous soap. It's nostalgic. That's why I was like, oh, it's probably going to be like really citrusy. This isn't as citrusy as I thought it was going to be. Not bad. It just, I feel like the description and what it smells like don't line up to me. So it says the top notes are basil, green apple, thyme, clove, sage, cedar, sage. Top notes basil, green apple. Middle notes thyme, clove, sage. Bottom notes cedar and sage. I don't smell cedar. All I smell is celery, to be honest. Maybe the combination of all those together kind of smells like their celery scent. Let me see. What are the reviews saying? It says, oh, this person says they blend theirs with lemon fragrance oil to get more citrus. See, that's what I'm saying. It sounds like from the description there would be more citrus in here. Okay. I'm getting these scents all over my hands. Hold on. Let me go wash my hands. Okay, y'all. I'm back. I had to go wash my hands. I think it was like spilling or something like that. But this reviewer is saying they added some lemon to give it more of a citrus scent, because it does sound like, based on the description, that it would have more citrus, but to me it doesn't have a whole lot of citrus in it, but it still smells good though. They're saying that it would make a nice spa scent, which I agree. So yeah, it's a nice scent. It's just, if you're expecting it to have more citrus, you might have to mix it to add more. And if you already have their celery, I feel like you could still order a sample to see which one you like better, but I don't think having both this scent and their celery scent is necessary. Also, if you're expecting more green apple notes, I don't really smell green apple in it. So everybody's sense of smell is different though. Okay, let's move on to I'm the Boss applesauce, which I got in a sample from them. We're gonna smell the scent strip. So this smells like apple cinnamon to me, just to be simple. Yeah, it smells like apple cinnamon. So if you're needing an apple cinnamon scent, their applesauce is it. Let me see what their fragrance notes are. They have a cinnamon apple fragrance. So I don't know what the difference is between this one and that one. Hold on, I'm trying to find it. I don't know what the difference is between I'm the Boss applesauce and their cinnamon apple because I don't have the cinnamon apple. But the fragrance notes, oh, hold up, she read my mind. This is what it says. Unlike our cinnamon apple, this scent has creamy undertones that leave it a little bit more subtle with still a strong scent throw. So that's what she's saying the difference is. I guess this one is maybe more toned down than the cinnamon apple. So the top notes are apple, pear, peach, middle clove and cinnamon, bottom vanilla and caramelized sugar. So yeah, it smells like cinnamon apple to me. I mean, the cinnamon isn't as in your face. So when she says toned down, I believe that for sure. It is like a toned down version of apple cinnamon, basically. So if you like apple cinnamon, but you would prefer like just a pinch of cinnamon and not too much cinnamon, this would be the fragrance for you. Let me see what the reviews are saying to see if anyone else has tried it. Tried both of them, what they say, how they compare them. Somebody saying, I love this one. It's a softer fragrance. So they feel like they had to use a higher percentage. Someone else says smells like creamy apple, but there's no artificial notes. They say it smells very authentic. They love that it's not flat apple. It has some depth. So yeah, it's just like a toned down version of apple cinnamon. So if you don't like the cinnamon to really stand out as much in your apple scents, but you like to have a little bit of cinnamon, this would be good for you. I personally prefer their apple orchard scent, so that's the one that I would be using. So I probably would not order this one. And then I wanted to see what woodland fern, forest floor, and lemon smelled like together. So if you didn't know, if you want to see what scents smell like mixed together, you can put them on scent strips individually. So dip each scent strip in each fragrance and then put it in a jar or something that has a lid. I shouldn't have used plastic because you see it kind of destroyed the plastic because fragrance oils destroy plastic. But I really don't care about this. This is cheap, so whatever. So you'll put them in here together, close the lid, and then come back later to smell it. So together, these smell really, really nice. This is forest floor, fern, and lemon. If you want to make a cleaning scent, like a scent to use when you're cleaning your house or something like that, these would be a good combination to use. So I'll probably mix these together in a candle just to see how I like it. I'll probably start with equal parts, although the lemon is strong, y'all. Like, to be going up against mossy green fragrance notes, the lemon is holding its own, okay? So you don't have to worry about scent throw with their lemon scent. It's got a strong throw. So I really like these. So anyway, just wanted to tell y'all, if you don't know, that could be a way to figure out which scents you want to mix together. And I'm having to do this because I just got the new jars where you can mix 2 different scents in one. Well, you don't have to mix the scents together. You can put 2 different scents in the jar and they are separated. So you can light both of them at the same time or light one or the other. So I'm having to see what combinations of scents I want to use. Okay. So anyway, that's it for today's Little B Scents video. So if you've tried any of these and you like them, please let us know which ones you tried and how you like them. If there's a particular scent that you want to see, let me know and I can tell you if I've done a video on it already, or maybe I will order that scent in the future. Again, thank you for taking the time to watch and have a great rest of your day. Bye.